The most asked question when Football Manager the game comes up is, could a good Football Manager player be a good manager in real life? And we think about the best streamers in the world, Zealand or Dr. Benji. Could those players be great managers in real life? And I think once and for all, we have the answer in a 30-year-old, the youngest coach in Europe right now, a 30-year-old that is undefeated at Reims in the French Liga. But there is even a deeper layer to this story because you see, every single time that this coach manages the team, the club is fined $25,000 because of something that he doesn't have. What the hell is going on here, honestly? And when I was researching this story, when I was writing about it, I honestly couldn't believe it was real myself. But let Will Still's story speak for itself. And can I first just say, I can't believe I'm making a video about a guy named Will Still. Can you please not make your names rhyme? This makes for a very difficult video. Will Still is the manager that we're talking about today. And I came across him because he is currently coaching a player that the US is hoping very much commits to the US men's national team, Folarin Balogun. Now, you may have seen a big result for the club over the weekend as they drew PSG with a Balogun goal in the last minute. But that's not even the marquee result for Will Still and this Reims club. They've been undefeated for their last 12 matches. Currently in his Reims career, Will Still, managing the team, has a plus 15 goal differential, and they have not lost the entire time. And I know that I'm getting older and everybody is getting younger, but this guy is literally a year younger than me. What have I been doing all of my life? He started his managing career because he was obsessed with the game Football Manager. And if anyone doesn't know what that is, it's a computer game where you can essentially take ownership, take over a club entirely with all of the responsibilities of training, recruiting, the transfer market. And then at the end of the day, you're able to set your formation, your starting 11, and your tactics. And those are just among hundreds of other responsibilities that you have at the club. While Will Still was in university, I seriously cannot get over that I'm having to say this name every time. Will Still was in university, he was playing Football Manager and decided that that is what he wanted to do. That's the career that he wanted to take on. And he became an assistant coach for Preston North End's U14 squad. While he was doing that, he was getting collegiate credits. And it wasn't until 2017 when he became an assistant coach again, where he was an assistant coach, but also a video analyst for a team in the Belgian second division. As he was the assistant manager at Reims, they fired their manager and he became the caretaker. While he was there, they went on a 7-game unbeaten run and won 21 points out of 27 available. This story really just gets crazier from here because even though he went on a 7-game winning streak and the club wanted to retain him, he did not have his UEFA A license, and because of rules in Belgium, a manager cannot take over a club for more than 60 days without that license. So while he did not have the appropriate license to become the full-time manager of that team, another team in the Belgian second division caught his eye. Now that team was in the Belgian second division and they are called Beerschot. And while the story is wild in itself, I need to add a personal twist because in Football Manager 2022 last year, I was looking for a club to manage. And I had ordered a mystery kit box where you get a random kit sent to you and delivered to you. And I said to myself, you know what, if this kit is a European club, that is going to be my team to manage in Football Manager. Lo and behold, Beerschot, the Belgian second division team that Will Still was managing, is the club that I took on for Football Manager 2022 and is the kit that I'm wearing today. Will Still has talked about his obsession with Football Manager, the game, and how it lended to his tactical development, saying that he was just a normal kid like anyone else, where he would start another game at 10 p.m. and before you know it, it was 4 a.m. Anyone that has played this game knows that exact feeling and how it happens. But now when he reflects on his time playing Football Manager and his time as an actual manager now, he just says that it's crazy how it's actually realistic. Fans everywhere that play Football Manager are rejoicing right now at Will Still being undefeated currently in the French First Division. The story does have an American twist because as he was an assistant coach at Beerschot in Belgium, Hernan Losada left the club to coach DC United, and the club raised Will Still to be the caretaker manager again. Now the club finished 9th after the 2021 season, but decided to go with a more formal, experienced manager for the next. So Will Still's next stop was at Reims in France, but he was going back and forth between Belgium and France because he was trying to get his pro license and taking classes in Belgium, but he was doing the assistant coaching job at Reims in France. So he decided to leave his coaching job in France to do his coaching license full-time while he was studying for the UEFA Pro license. At the end of the 2022 season, Will still did not have the UEFA Pro license, but he was asked back to be the assistant coach at Reims. The manager this year only lasted 4 months, Oscar Garcia, and Reims asked Will Still to be the caretaker manager. Following an undefeated stretch of 5 games undefeated, Reims handed the full-time job to Will Still. But he still does not have his UEFA Pro license. So he has done all of this without the UEFA Pro license, but with all of his football manager experience behind him. But here is the real kicker, full pun intended. While Will Still does not have the UEFA Pro license, it is required for the manager in Ligue 1 to have that license. So every time he coaches the team, they are fined £22,000 or the equivalent of $25,000 after 12 games unbeaten and a marquee draw against French giants PSG. I'm sure Reims are perfectly happy with the situation and to pay the fine. He's helped to elevate them from the relegation spots, and being relegated versus staying in the first division in France is worth upwards of 20 million euros. That is a profitable trade. Thanks so much for watching, and if you want to watch another amazing story about another club in Europe, storied for their American players, you can watch the story of Fulham chasing European competition here.